Hello, Potato, and welcome to Just Add Water Wednesday, the periodic series where I try a Just Add Water meal, as the name might imply. If you've been watching these videos before, you'll know that I have this wonderful assortment of Just Add Water items I've accumulated and not tried yet. And the point of Just Add Water Wednesday is to occasionally knock one of these out, but the problem is that we keep finding new things, and I'm afraid today is no exception to that. Back at the start of the year, I did a whole Just Add Water week based upon a box of Mountain House emergency food that was like a couple years out of date. And without really any exception, they were all quite good. The Mountain House ones were. There was one from like Wise Company that was absolutely inedible, which is unfortunate because that was the emergency food that we purchased to replace the outdated stuff. Was, I believe, the same company. Haven't tried the stuff in the emergency box yet. We'll save that for an emergency, or at least for another 25 years until it goes out of date, and then we'll do videos on it. But the point of my bringing that up is that today we're trying another thing from Mountain House, now branded as Mountain House Adventure Meals. This one is, I guess, intended to be more for like backpackers and hikers and stuff, and less to have this emergency food. However, I will point out to you that the best date on this is the year 2050. This lasts considerably longer than the other box that we had, which was like a 12-year period on it. This is going to last another almost 30 years, except for the fact I'm going to make it today. So let's see what it has to say about itself. Authentic chili flavor with real beef, macaroni, and kidney beans in a spicy tomato sauce. Our convenient Just Add Water prep in the pouch means that you have more time to do what you love, without the hassles of cooking and cleanup. The durable lightweight pouches are easy to pack and carry. Dozens of classic recipe options give you the variety and comfort you crave as you set out in the morning or at the end of a long day. How do we do it? We use only the highest quality ingredients and cook our meals the old-fashioned way, with a freeze dryer, allowing the flavors to blend naturally. The result is home-cooked flavor no matter where you are. Mountain House Adventure Meals have been trusted by outdoor enthusiasts for over 50 years. Savor the adventure! No, this is of course not a sponsored video. So what do we have in here? It's 230 calories per serving, 460 for the whole container, and a whopping 33% of your daily sodium, which is of course the problem with these meals, is they always have massive levels of sodium. I mean, to be fair, it's kind of the problem with these meals too. This one's a little bit different than the other ones we tried before, because this one actually wants you to basically let it sit twice. So we're gonna add a cup and a half of water, not quite boiling anymore, but stir, close zipper, wait 5 minutes, stir again, and reseal for another 4 minutes. So it's got a 9-minute wait time on this one, so that's a little different. That's actually a lot different. But let's crack this open, and well, actually, let's look at the ingredients. Enriched macaroni, beef, rosemary extract, salt. Well, there's your salt. I'm sure we have salt up here too, probably, right? No, surprisingly, we don't. Chili pepper, onion, sea salt, cumin seed, yeast extract, paprika, cane sugar, garlic salt, malt extract. You know, for a freeze-dried 30-year shelf life item, this has a remarkably sane ingredient list. Let's crack it open and see what it looks like before we add the water to it. If I can get this to open on the first try, which no, I probably can't. Let's go from the other end. Oh, looks like some of the food has gotten above the zipper line. There we go. Wow, that is chunky. I don't know what I expected. That should be what I expected, right? Got a freeze-dried kidney bean. Does smell of chili. That's a weird texture. It's actually quite soft. Tastes like a chili bean. It's not bad. That would actually not make a horrible snack on its own. Try a noodle. So that's a weird thing on these. Is that looks like a dried noodle, right? But it doesn't taste like one. It's actually got a very soft, almost like a Cheeto-like texture to it, which you'd expect it to just be kind of uncooked pasta, especially because it's gonna cook in the pouch for 9 minutes. We have a beef chunk in here. Let's try a beef chunk. Oh, it's got a piece of noodle stuck to it. So we can there we go. Break that off. There's a beef chunk. Well, I like the flavor of it dry, so hopefully we'll like the flavor of it hot. Oh, there's an oxygen packet in here somewhere, isn't there? Let's find that. Let's find that and get there. It is. We all need more iron in our diet, but not this much. Get rid of that. All right, so we're gonna add our cup and a half of water, which I think is less. I think it's less than the other ones took. And it's also not a huge amount of airspace in here like there were in the other ones. We'll add a cup and a half of water, we'll give it a stir, we'll seal it up, and we'll come back in 5 minutes and stir it again. Pour in the water, hopefully not on the table. There we go. Give her a stir. It's just like camping, isn't it? I guess some people actually do like eat these just as normal meals, which if it weren't for the sodium, wow, it's like reduced a lot. Look, check this out. There's a lot more space in there now. All right, let's close it up so it can suck up the moisture and turn from a soup to a sauce. Man, some people, I guess, they eat these as actual meals, which means they're kind of like $7 a piece, which is, I guess, for 2 people, not horrifically expensive. But just seems to me like the sodium. I guess if you eat ramen all the time, it's no different than that, is it? All right, so let's jump ahead 5 minutes and we'll give it a stir. All right, that's the first 5 minutes up. Because yeah, we need another 4 minutes after this. But let's open up, take a look at it, and then we'll give it a stir. And it's very watery. But I guess that's why we're gonna stir it up and give it another 4 minutes, right? Let it finish soaking up all that moisture. Here we go. It's a very, I mean, some chilies are kind of soupy, but it's a little thin, I think, for chili. But it does look good. It looks good, smells good. I mean, that looks like, you know, something you might get in a cafeteria or something, right? I mean, it does not look atrocious. So we've stirred it up again. Give it another 4 minutes. And then we'll dish it up and have our lunch. All right, that is our cook time all completed. So I guess while this was going, you could set your tent up or something. I don't know. But there it is, all finished up. Oh, I think we're supposed to give it another stir, right? Yep, stir and enjoy right out of the pouch. Well, we're not going to do that. We're not animals. Plus, it's 2 servings. If I'm eating out of the pouch, how's the other person going to have any? It's a little thicker now. It's a little less soupy. There's still a lot of sauce there, but it is thicker. So let's see if we can get some into the bowl without making a mess. And that's probably about half of it, right? Yeah, it's probably about half. All right, so close that up and put it off to the side. And check out this. All right, so here's our final product. That doesn't look half bad. I mean, again, am I gonna believe this is something that was home cooked? Oh, no. But something that came out of like a tin or a cafeteria lunch line? Maybe. It doesn't look bad. The beef's hydrated. The noodles are now squishy, like a normal noodle. And they fly off camera, just like a normal noodle. Back in there. All right. So, luckily, I just cleaned this the other day, so now I need to clean it again. So yeah, it doesn't look bad. Smells good, smells of chili. Let's give it a try. There's not a lot of beans, but I want to say when I've had chili mac in the past, it frequently hasn't had any beans. It's just been like macaroni and beef and sauce. So I mean, there's still some actual beans in here, which is, I think, different than my personal experience with chili mac. Let's give it a try. Well, I can see why it needed the 9 minutes to cook. Because it honestly could probably do with a couple more. It's very tough. It's very chewy. Flavor is good. Very chewy, and there was some crunchy stuff. I don't know if it was noodle or what it was. But yeah, there was some crunching in there. I mean, not unpleasantly so, but not something I expected in my chili mac, you know? But it's very tough. The meat and the noodles are both almost tougher than they were when they were freeze-dried still. Also, maybe it's just an issue that my water cooled down a little too much while I was doing the talkie talk. And I should have, let it sit on there at temperature and gone and grabbed it when I was ready for it rather than do the intro and have it already at hand. But I figured I'd try to be more efficient, and look where efficiency gets you. But that's not bad. I think if I'd put in hotter water, it probably would have come out better, but the flavor is quite good. The texture's not offensive, it's just not what I was expecting. I was expecting something a little bit softer. Because I don't think the other ones that we tried, I think the meat was kind of chewy in them, but they had pasta in a couple of them and they weren't chewy, and this one is. But still, it's quite good. I would not mind eating this at the end of the world, or even just like out camping. Not that I go camping, but if I went camping, this would not be a bad thing to take with you. So we're going to try some more Mountain House stuff in the future. I don't know when, and eventually, I will actually get through our backlog of old Just Add Water items back there, and we'll try them too. But if you found this video at all interesting or entertaining, if you did, give it a like. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.